Visit us at Eduvo. Thank you for calling Eduvo.
Let us write a program to take the age of a person and check whether he is young or not. So for that I will declare a variable called age and cout enter your age, then cin take age. The condition we have already seen that age is greater than or equal to 12 and age is less than or equal to 50, then we will say he is young. Cout young, else cout not young. That's it. So this will check the condition. So two conditions are there. So this is a compound conditional statement. Let us run it and see. It's asking for age. I will enter 10 years. Not young. You can see the message here. It's not young. Age is 30. So the message is young. You are young. Let me try comma here and see what happens. I have given comma. It's a warning, you see, possible misuse of comma, because comma is not used here. We use compound conditional statement. We use logical operators here. If I am using comma, then the first condition, whether it's true or false, it will execute only based on the second condition. If the number is less than 50, it will work. Let us run and see. I am giving age as -5, which is less than or equal to 50. See, it is less than or equal to 50. I am giving 5, -5, young. I got a message that it is young, because first condition, though it was false, but the second condition it was true, so it has entered into this one. So it will check these two conditions independently if we write comma here. So comma is not used here. You should use either and or. So as per our condition, and is useful. Now we'll convert this program using or. Now let us convert this program to take age and check if he is eligible for some offer or not, like if age is less than 12 years or if age is greater than 50, then he is eligible for an offer. So I'll make a message that eligible, otherwise not eligible. See here, age of a person is taken and the condition is checked whether he is less than 12, means he is a child, or greater than 50, means he is an old man. So suppose the offer is valid only for children and old people, then cout eligible, otherwise not eligible. I'll run the program and mention age as 60. So I got a message that is eligible. I'll run the program once again and now I'll mention the age that is 30. So I get a message that is not eligible. The person is not eligible. Let us write a program to take two numbers for dividing them, and before division let us check whether the denominator is 0. So integer a, b and c, I'll take three variables, then cout enter two numbers, then cin, I'll read a and b, and I want to divide a and b and store the result in c. But before dividing I want to know whether b is a valid denominator or not. Means if b is 0, division cannot be done. So if b is equals to 0, I'll give a message that cout division by 0. Means if I continue further, the value will be divided by 0. So I will not divide the number. Else If it is a valid denominator, means it is not a 0, then we will divide and display the result. C out C and L. It's a type of validation. Again, before dividing two numbers, we are verifying whether denominator is non-zero. If it is 0, we will say division by 0. Let us run and see. Two numbers I have to enter. So the first number I will enter 10 and the second number is 0. See, the error message that I got is division by 0. This is division by 0. I'll run once again. Enter two numbers, so I'll give the first number as 10 and the second number as 2. So I got the answer, that is answer 5. This is 5. So you can try this program by yourself. Let us write a program for finding the greatest of three numbers. I have three variables a, b and c. Then if C out enter three numbers, then C in A, B and C. Then I'll write down the conditions here. If A is greater than B as well as A is greater than C, then C out A. A is greater. Else if B is greater than C, then C out B is greater and L. Else C out C is greater. See here, without any brackets. See here, I am not writing the floor brackets for closing the block. Here I am not writing the statement inside a block because it is a single statement inside if or else. So here the first condition is check. If the condition is true, then it will execute this one. If the condition is false, then it will jump onto this else part and checks the second condition. If this is true, then it will print this one. Otherwise, it will jump onto else part and display this one. Let us run and see the program. I'll enter two numbers 10 and 3, 10 and 3 and 4. See, the greatest number is 10. I'll run the program once again. Enter three numbers. I'll enter numbers 2, 3 and 10. So 10 will be displayed and that is C. Now one interesting thing we will see here. This program, how it is working, I will show you by debugging this one. So I'll put a breakpoint on this statement and run the program. This is a breakpoint. Just click here, it will add a breakpoint to that statement, and if I run, it will run up to this line. So let us see how it works. If I say run, then it's asking for three numbers. So I'll give the numbers, that is a 3 and 4 and 10. Now it is in this particular line, that is C in, it is reading the input. So once I enter input, then it will enter into this line. Now this has entered into debug mode. This is the first breakpoint inside thread 1. So it has stopped here. Now this is a debug window. You can see here the watch, which is showing the values of the variables. A is 3 and B is 4 and C is 10. If I continue, see, it has skipped the first if statement because the condition was false and has jumped onto this one. It has not entered inside. even if I take the mouse pointer over these, it is showing the, even if I click these variables, it is showing the value of these variables. Value of A is 3, B is 4, so you can clearly see what is happening in the program with the help of debugger inside the debugging mode. Now I'll press F7 here, go to the next line, see. Now this condition also failed, so it has entered into else part and it is about to display this one. It is on this line, so it has not yet executed the line. If I press F7 once again, now it has finished this line and you can see that the output is 10 here. So that's how we can trace the program or debug the program step by step and see what is happening inside the program. We'll stop the program. Let us write a program to take a day number and display day name. Variable I will take, and here I will say cout enter day number, then cin day. I am reading the value in this variable. Now if day number is 1, I will say Monday, or 2 Tuesday, so on. So let us write if day is equals to 1, then cout Monday and else. Now again I have to write down the condition, so what I'll do is I'll copy this and paste it here. This is for second day, that is Tuesday. I'll copy this entire thing. I'll paste here. This is for Wednesday. Third day, then it is Wednesday. Fourth day, that is Thursday. Fifth day is Friday. Sixth is Saturday. And finally, seventh day is Sunday. Else cout invalid day number. So here is a code for taking a day number and displaying day name. Let me run this program. Enter day number. I'll say day is 4. So I got the result as Thursday. I'll run it again. Enter day number. So I'll enter day as 7. So I got Sunday. Here is Sunday. Now run it again. Enter day number as 10. So I got a message that is invalid day. It's working. Now one interesting thing I will show you. I'll put a breakpoint on line number 9 so that it will run up to line number 8. Then it will start debugging from line 9. So I'll put a breakpoint. Run. Now here is asking day number. I'll give the day number as 7, that is for Sunday. Let us check what happens. See, it has stopped at line number 9 where day is 1. Now if I press F7, then it will jump on to if else. See, it has came into this line and checking whether day is 2. Then checking day is 3 here in this line. Then F7, it is checking here in this line, that is day 4. Goes on. So it's checking all the conditions. Then next is 5 and then 6. Then 7, Sunday, then it comes out. See, it has checked all the conditions to reach 7. So this code is little time consuming because for reaching 7th day, it has to check all days from 1 to 7. This type of code is called as else if ladder. Now instead of using else if ladder, we have a better syntax in C++, that is switch case. We can go for switch case. So you can try this program by yourself, type the program and run and see. I suggest you to make use of debugger. Short circuit. Let us see. See, if I am writing a condition A greater than B and A greater than C, logical operation used is AND. Now let us understand what is short circuit. See, AND will be true if both are true. If any one is false, then the entire result is false. Suppose this A is not greater than B, that A is a 3 and B is a 5, so this will be false. And if this is false, this condition will not be checked. That condition will not be checked, so this is called as short circuit. And the same way, if I write A greater than B or A greater than C, now it is combined with OR. So when OR will be true, if any one of the condition is true, then it will be true. So if suppose this is 5 and this is 2, and then this condition will be true. And once this is true, it will not check this condition, because one condition should be true, that is sufficient. No need to check the rest. If it is checked also, the result is true only. So this mechanism done by the compiler is short circuit. I'll take one example and show you. If I have three variables, A is a 5 and B is a 7 and C is a 3. And I is 5. If I say if A is greater than B and plus I less than B, then let us see. This is 5 and this is 7. So this is false. This is false. So it will not check this condition. After this, if I print Cout I, then what will be the value of I? When this is not performed, so plus I will not be done. So I remains 5 only and the result will be 5. If suppose A is 15, then it will check this condition. 15 greater than 7. Yes, true. It is true. Then it comes here and it will also check the condition. So while checking the condition, it will perform plus. So this becomes 6. And whatever the result is, 6 is less than 7. So it will print the value of I, that is 6. So the point here is that in the second part of the conditional statement, never use increment or decrement operator. They may get executed or they may not get executed. Let us look at an example for short circuit. For that I am taking variables A as 10, B as 5 and also I as 5. Here I write a conditional statement. If A is greater than B and plus I is less than or equal to B. Now inside this I won't do anything. Then outside this one I will say display I. So what happens here is, if A is greater than B, yes, this condition is true. Here the compound statement is made using AND, so both of these conditions must be true. This must be true as well as this condition must be true, then only it will be true. But if this condition is true, it will also check whether this is also true or not. So it will increment I. Let us check. I is 5 here. It should display 6. I am running the program. Yeah, I got the answer as 6. If I write this condition other way, that is A less than B, actually if you see A is a 10 and B is a 5, so A is not less than B, so this part of a condition will be false. As this is false, it doesn't have to check the next part of a condition, that is true or false, because here AND is used. If this side is false, then entire result will be false, because even if this is true also, the result is going to be false. AND means both the conditions must be true. But as this is false, so it doesn't have to check the next one, it can directly say false. So I plus plus will not be done and I remains 5. Let us check this. Yeah, here output is 5. You can see that the result it has shown here is 5, means I is not incrementing. This I plus plus is not done. Let us try with OR statement. If I write OR here, and right now this A is less than B, so the first condition will be false. A is not less than B, so it will try to check the second condition whether that is true or not, because if this is false also and this is true, then the result will be true, because here OR is used. OR means any one of these two conditions must be, either this one or this one must be true. If it is false, then it will try to check for this condition, so it will perform plus plus I. Let us check this. Yeah, the result is 6. If I try to change the condition, if A is greater than B, and yes, A is really greater than B, so this condition will be true. If this condition is true, it doesn't have to check the second condition, because for OR, if any one of the condition is true, it is sufficient to say that the result of this entire condition is true. So this is true, it will not check this one, so I plus plus is not done. I remains 5 only. Let us run this and see. Yes, I remains 5. So outside the conditional statement I have written Cout, so which is giving me the new value of I if it is updated. That's all. So you should be very careful when using increment decrement operation within the conditional statements, because if these statements are not executed, we may get different results. So short circuit is supported by most of the programming languages. You can try this by yourself.